Good morning, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for your beautiful comments and sometimes your very humorous comments. It's really beautiful. If you feel like putting something negative up, just understand that I don't just delete the negative comment. I will block you from the channel. That's the way it goes. So choose wisely. All right, let's have a look. We're going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading. Quick reminder that I'm in Unanderra with the wellness fairs at the end of July. This is my first time at this fair, thanks Danielle, who's just recently taken over these ones and making an awesome job of it too. 30th, 31st of July, West's Unanderra, which of course is in the Wollongong area. If you live in Sydney, I guess if you live on this side of Sydney, it doesn't take long to get there. But if you're up for seeing me, please let me know. I'll put up a post when Danielle's ready to take bookings. She may be right now because we're getting pretty close, but I'll make sure that I do post something for you. And for those of you who are in Bathurst, Goulburn areas, I will be around. Six of Cups jumping out here in the next couple of months. I think August and September. All right, let's have a look and see where we're going this morning. Oh, now that's really funny. The Seven of Swords. I have a feeling this is not so positive this morning. The Seven of Swords is a card that talks about trying to get away with something. In this particular card, which is the traditional view of it, this person is trying to sneak away from camp with 5 swords, leaving 2 behind. We could presume that those 2 are no good to him, but he's stealing away with them. Keeping in mind that the swords are about communication, the spoken word, logical thinking. We would wonder why somebody would try to get away with this. Now, sometimes when I see this card, I feel, it gets a bad rap. Some people see the tarot cards as good and bad. I don't necessarily see them that way, but sometimes the cards will come through with a very different feeling, which is what this one's doing this morning. I get this sort of almost like a cheeky energy to it, where it's probably not the right thing to do, but somebody may be guising that as, fun. It sort of makes me feel like that energy of, I always say to people, if somebody's saying to you, you can't take a joke, you're too sensitive, that sort of energy here I'm getting. So you may be dealing with somebody who's being a little bit underhanded, but sort of disguising it here as lightheartedness. We'll go a little bit deeper into this. Okay, you could be dealing with a Leo, but the Sun card for me talks about happiness and joy, and I have a feeling here, yeah, okay. See how this sort of energy falls for me. It's almost like this person is trying to get away with something but disguising it as something else. That's what it feels like exactly. And now I have the Tower behind. I feel like there is something here that you are seeing that you didn't see before. And it's going to create a lot of disruption for you, because you are going to wake up to something or have an epiphany moment or some sort of realization that what you've been dealing with perhaps is a little underhanded. I'm trying to sort of get the energy here, but what it feels like to me is that somebody's showing you a side of themselves which is blatantly obvious here with the Seven of Swords, but for some unknown reason you are not seeing it, because maybe, this is somebody you love. It may be a family member, a relationship you're in. It could be somebody you're working with. It could be a teacher or a trainer. But somebody here, it's like they've got you a little bamboozled here with this energy. So whatever this is, when it hits or when you realize what's going on, it's going to be a little bit of a shock. What it makes me feel like is that you may be dealing with someone, say, who has very strong narcissistic tendencies, but they may be disguising it behind this sort of really beautiful sort of exterior. You may be dealing with someone who's very charming, for example, and they may be sort of manipulating you here but you're not seeing it because you're only seeing the joyful side of it. Something is about to be shown to you, though. You're going to see something differently, and it's going to create, it's sort of, I tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of realizing someone is narcissistic, but then realizing they were like a parent, or they were like somebody else in your life who was treating you that way, and you've sort of allowed the pattern to occur again. So I feel like maybe you've got, yeah, there's the truth. Don't you love spirit? The truth is going to be seen. You're going to be shown the truth here, and it's going to show you what you've been seeing that was all sparkly is perhaps not as sparkly as you thought it was. I just want to pull another card after the Tower. Okay. To me, this is the energy of a realization, being given something, but it had to come at this time. You're being given some sort of wake-up call here. You may have been dealing with someone who was blaming you for things. For example, maybe you were taking the blame for something. Maybe you were feeling the burden of responsibility here. Whatever this is, when I see this, I think it was something you needed to learn on your path. But for me, you've completed a cycle. It sort of makes me feel that you've come full circle here into realizing that you have been brainwashed or tricked, I want to say, with this card. That is the energy I'm getting, like a tricked energy. You've been thinking you were seeing something one way and you're seeing it another way. It's that energy of illusion. It's that energy of illusion. All right, let's see where we are going. Oh my goodness, but it's the end of that cycle. All right, so whatever this is, you are coming to the end of a cycle. It's completing here. It's completing. And it's time that it completed. I feel that perhaps somehow or another, you've either been repeating a pattern, or you have perhaps just kept meeting the same person with a different face. You know how you realize that all of a sudden somebody's just the same as other people you've dealt with. But there's some sort of energy of being tricked. All right. Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. The Queen of Swords for me can be quite spiteful, quite mean. She can be very cold, very decisive. On her good day, she will be very outspoken and very honest. But on her bad day, she can be quite mean, spiteful. Maybe you've just been dealing with something like this. I feel like this card's going to be really important. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so I feel like somehow here you may be dealing, I'm surprised I haven't got the Devil card. You may be dealing with someone who is narcissistic or has strong narcissistic tendencies. I feel like here you have turned your back on this because perhaps in the past this person showed you something that was so beautiful and so wonderful that you thought all your dreams had come true. But now there's a realization here that what was shown to you in the beginning wasn't real, and now you're focused on the sadness of it. When you deal with somebody who's narcissistic and that relationship comes to an end, you question, but they seem to love me so much to start with. They seem to be so beautiful, and now everything's changed. But you blame yourself for that because you think that somehow or another that was your responsibility. I get a lot of people saying, did this person ever love me? No, they were not in love with you. They were cold. They were manipulative. They were trying to bring about a result here. And I feel like you're about to see this. Could be dealing with a Leo, Sag, Aries. Again, for some of you, you could be working for this person. You could be in business with this person. This person has created some sort of illusion for you here. It's creating a lot of sadness. But I feel like this person has taken your power away here. They've really taken your power away. And it's like you are stuck in the energy of regret and remorse, thinking that somehow you could have done something differently. But whatever this is, this cycle is completing. Five of Wands, there you go. This is the energy I was talking about with the Five of Wands. There's a real energy that you are dealing with somebody very manipulative here, or you are currently dealing with somebody very manipulative. They've got you very confused here. So you may be going backwards and forwards in your own head, trying to work out why things seemed one way when they're actually a completely different way. I'm trying to think of an example. The biggest one for me is when somebody is really harsh and nasty and sort of says something really mean, but then when you question them, they say to you, "Oh no, you took it the wrong way. It was a joke. It's you. You're too sensitive." Those sort of things are very manipulative. And we see it here with that Five of Wands. I feel like with the Magician here, you may have been dealing with somebody again. This feels like it should be in reverse. Somebody who was very manipulative, but may have been very covert or very underhanded. So you were not seeing it for what it actually was. Yeah, the Strength card. Okay, so a lot of Leo energy coming through in this reading. This Strength card says to me here that you have changed something within you. So you may have been through this previously, especially because it feels like a cycle. You may have dealt with somebody previously and you're starting to realize the person you are dealing with or have just dealt with may be like somebody else you've known. Okay. Now I know why this Abundance card is here. It's like the universe is gifting you with some sort of insight here to help you move forward. Maybe you've been dealing with somebody who's been taking money from you or using you for financial support. And maybe you've kept giving it to them because they've cried poor, or they've been sad about something, so you keep giving because you feel guilty for what they are going through. Remember, guilt is not a normal emotion. Guilt is a learned emotion. Somebody's taught you how to feel guilty. And it could be a parent figure that is going to remind you here of what you've been dealing with. But somehow or another, I feel like the universe is ready to gift you with something, gift you with some form of abundance. It's not an abundance like in getting a lot of money. It's an abundance as in seeing something for the first time that's going to be life-changing for you. And I really like that energy. All right, so I feel like someone's tricking you here. No matter which way I look at it, there's Trickster. I feel like this person is making you believe that something is really, really good, when in reality, you are going to see it a completely different way. So sometimes when we get really deep in these relationships, if you've dealt with these sort of people before, when you get deep into the relationship, you can't see it. You keep fighting, but you're fighting against it, which just makes this person feel more powerful over you. That's why when you're dealing with somebody like who's giving you such a hard time, you're better off to ignore the behavior. If you want to work with it, you're better off to ignore the behavior. But what we tend to do is we keep sticking up for ourselves and explaining ourselves and telling people why we're the way we are. The biggest excuse I know is I'm an empath. Trauma response. Ace of Swords, the truth is coming because you need it now on your path. You're about to be given some sort of truth here that will help you see things a lot differently to what you were seeing them before. I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, yeah, you're going to be able to move forward. So you could be dealing with Cancer here. I have strong Cancer, Leo, Pisces energy coming through here. Leo, Sagittarius, and air signs. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to help you move forward. I feel like you may be feeling stuck at the moment, like you can't do something about this, or you're stuck in the cycle. You may not be seeing it. You're about to be shown what you need to be shown because it's going to awaken you. But I don't feel you've seen it up until now. You've probably been spending a lot of time thinking it's you, it's your fault, it's your responsibility to fix it. You may be trying to fix this person even. But I don't think that this is what that Trickster energy makes me feel that way. Like no matter what you do, you're not going to get the result you want from it. Maybe that's the best way to put it. All right, so we have card number 36, which is Telepathy of Terra Mater. It's a bit dark on there, isn't it? Let's see what that says. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. It talks about you having like a role that you have to play out in your lifetime, and that is consisting of different lessons along the way. I feel like sometimes we get so involved in the relationships or love or work or whatever it is for us that we forget we've got a greater purpose. The Oracle of Telepathy of Terra Mater comes to you with guidance that Earth Mother knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. Because, of course, that is why you're here in a body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls actually, because whilst egos may be at war, the soul is always on the same side of that of love, evolution and enlightenment. So I feel like here that you're being sort of, the information coming through, the advice, whatever you'd like to call it, coming through here, says to me that just remember you're here for a greater purpose. This is about you learning something more. Understanding that you are more than just what you think you are. But somehow or another you've got to see that for yourself, and the truth is coming. I will leave you with that. Thank you.